The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the May 7th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I recognize that, I really got messed up there. But when you and I can take advantage of that 2x4 shift, it'll mean that we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to absolutely know that I'm grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in at 877-927-6648. We've got call-ahead seating. If you can't call in, well, then go ahead and send me an email. Steve@TFNN.com. Send it early. And in that subject heading, please put radio show question, of course, in our Tigers Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, all the indices trading to the upside. Dow up 165, S&P 27, NASDAQ 114, Russell 28. Gold's up 17, silver's up a couple pennies, light sweet crude is up a quarter, natural gas is up 4 cents. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, you got the trade desk, 46.7.5%, booking holdings 42, 1 8/10%, Mercado Libre 33, over 2%. Roku's got left an island bottom. That thing has taken off a rocket ship to the upside, up 11%, 32 buckaroonies, trade out at 316. The shakers to the downside, you've got Vestas Wind Systems. The wind being blown out of it down $50 or 78%. Yikes. Grayscale, Ethereum down 28, Chemo, Centrix off 16. That's 58% there. There's some big movers to the downside. Let's begin, though, the day by a couple of requests that have come in through the Tigers Den. There's some by email as well, and I don't want to get too far behind on those. And we'll make sure we find time to cover all the instruments, what's going on in the equity markets and so forth. But the first question is some help on the Dr. Copper. The question is, where is copper headed to? So today, well, it's been breaking out. It's been moving higher, as many of you are aware. What we're going to do is we're going to take in here are the futures contracts. It's the July contract that is active. You can see on the daily basis here, it is up above its resistance level, its TAS profile. So let's move here from the daily into our quad of our daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly profiles. Well, when we take a look at the Doctor, it's above all of those. So with regard to TAS market profiles, it's in full breakout mode. So the question is, where is this headed to? If we just take a look at the daily time frame and we look at the small a to b equals CD pattern that's out here, prices made that 1-to-1 level with a wide-ranging bar. Markets do not complete a sell to D point with a wide-ranging bar. So what does that suggest? Well, the 1.272 area would be the next area, and that's at 497. Now, right in that $5 range, if we come back and we take a look at the quarterly chart and we look at the swing, the most major swing points, most recent major swing points, that takes us to 2017 at the high and takes us down to 2020 at the low. If we just simply do our Fibonacci expansions of those levels, you get to the 2 expansion. So we're already past the 1.618, strong move out here. So copper headed back to its highs from 2011, I should say. That's in that $5 range out there. That's all that I've got with regard to the Dr. John and the Tiger's Den. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. No, that doesn't help you out? Boy, never got to 5. Yeah, so it's, you know what, that's you're right. That's because I'm using, it got to, yeah, it's because I'm using, in order to get all this data, It's the way that I've stitched together those contracts out here. But let's just say gold is, so you're saying it never got to that. The problem, John, is I don't have a good way to pull that together other than what I've done right here. But suffice it to say, if we take a look at the daily time frame, what we do know about the A to B equals CD pattern is it's up past the 1-to-1. That's a small A to B equals CD. If we looked at a weekly chart out here, when I say small, it's really tough to figure out where you would truly draw the A to B equals CD out here. Just this huge, gigantic straight line move. What I'll do when we go to the breakout there is I'll try to pull up some of my. And I don't think any of my other tools are not going to really work here. So we're just going to have to leave it at that. It's in breakout mode. It looks like it's headed to that next 1.272 expansion level in the 497 area. The next question coming in from one of our listeners, from Tim M. And Tim says, can we take a look at ticker symbol CAMT? That is Camtech. So let's get back to our 3-panel charts out here. Where are we? 3-panel. There we go. And type in CAMT. And then finish reading his question here, looking for a long entry point, daily, weekly, and a monthly time frame. So what we can see here about Camtech, it is trading below the bottom of its daily profile, yet this week it's pulled back and tested the top of its weekly profile. So what does that mean? This means a key level because you mentioned the weekly time frame, a key level of support has held. Monthly time frame, everything looks pretty good. Price is above everything. Let's go look at our white background charts. See if there's anything that we can glean out here. So we're in a pullback, and this tops with a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. So you've got a nice little rally today, but it's not a certainty that this is a rally that's going to extend itself. And so you're looking for an entry point. The ideal entry point would be about 27.37. And 27.37 would be the TD9 breakout level. That's not to say that CAMT can't continue to rally and move up towards the 32.63 to 33.18. But you asked me where's the best entry point on the daily. That's at 27.37, and the current chart says that's a possibility. Weekly time frame, we covered this. The weekly time frame, prices pulled back and tested a key level of support at 30.39. You can also see that on a weekly basis, prices trade below the oscillator and change line, and it's confirming a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top for the weekly time frame. It's not clear to me whether 30.39 is going to be the ultimate support level, but as long as price remains below that oscillator and change line, it says, yeah, that's a real possibility. That brings back the daily chart of the 27.37 area. On a monthly time frame chart, no real pattern here. In fact, it's very bullish, but this would say price could pull back to 25.44. Well, you've got to first deal with these other levels like 27.37 out there. So I hope that helps you out with regard to ticker symbol CAMT. That is Camtech. And thanks so much for writing in. The next request came in from Vicky. And Vicky wants to take a look at SCCO. So let's put that up on the screen out here. That's Southern Copper. So just staying with the copper theme out here. In Southern Copper, you can see beautiful island bottom pattern formation, both at the bottom and at the top. I mean, if you were writing a book about island reversals, Southern Copper has given it all to you. Now, Vicky, price is above the daily profile. It's a third day above the daily profile, and you can see that it's headed into potential resistance, and that's a trading session from April the 19th. And that's a price high of $77.71. Now, there's 1.3 million shares up there. You're at 794 today. I don't know what that's going to equate to. It sounds like a little bit light in the loafers, but price should at least go tag the top of that swing point, and that would be at 77.71. The weekly chart, this is ending the week. Right now it appears the way you would like it to, which is a close above the top of its weekly profile, 74.73. Vicky, we're going to a hard break here. We'll finish taking a look at Southern Copper as soon as we get back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at ticker symbol SCCO, that's Southern Copper. And so where we left off was prices trading above the top of its weekly profile. 2 closes above that would be bullish and suggest change in trend to the upside out of the consolidation pattern. The weekly profile, Vicky's got resistance at 79.16. So 79.16 is a level you certainly want to be observing. That's assuming price closes over 74.73 today. On the daily time frame chart, we can also see that price is above 75.98. Now 75.98 is its TD9 breakdown level. Price got up here. This was on the trading day of April 16th. It did it on the following day, but then that following day, price was right back below that area that led to a retracement. So you really want to see 2 consecutive closes, Vicky, above 75.98. That's coming to you from the daily time frame. The weekly time frame out here, you can see price is sitting right up at a resistance level. Yes, it's above the top of its weekly profile, but it's not above the top of its oscillator and change line. It's green. It's a resistance level out here, but keep your eye on the daily time frame for right now. Monthly out here, we take a look at the bigger picture here for Southern Copper. What do we've got? It did have a TD9 count pattern, but really price pulled back and found support. And, well, there's a brand new profile that is formed, I should say that. And I think we did. We took a look at that. Again, 79.16 is likely where this thing will run to. So I hope that writes you out. Best of luck to you on that trade. That was Southern Copper. I think there were some questions in the den from some of the different miners out here. I think Harmony was one. So let's go take a look at Harmony. Let me get that going on one of these charts. And I think, Peak, you were the one that had typed in some of these. If there's more than Harmony, would you go ahead and type that in? I've got a small little den space because all the charts and everything I have open. And if there was something else, it'd just be easier for you to retype it for me. But when we take a look at Harmony, in fact, let's go take a look at CCJ. Okay, thank you. HMY. Let's take a look at Harmony. And here we see Harmony Gold today trading above the top of its daily profile. That was at 497. That's a positive. You're above the weekly. That's a positive. You're above the monthly, which is a bearish structured profile. Now, the month is not over. but price is above it. So everything here points to higher price. Now, higher price, where is that going to take us to? Let's go take a look at my other white background charts first and look at the daily and weekly, see if we can come up with any kind of price target here. And the answer is there is a price target, and that's going to be at 521, and you're at 516. So ideally, and that's the TD9 breakdown level, ideally, Peak, what you're looking for is 2 consecutive closes above 521. And if you get that, then you've got this A to B equals CD pattern that seems like it's being confirmed today. But let's go back and take a look at my black background charts and take a look at that. Today's volume so far is 6 million shares, and that's taking out a swing point that had 6.2 million shares. So in ABCD folklore out here, we can come, and this is our price projection tool out here. And as we take a look at it, this is going to give us an initial price projection. The 1-to-1 level, as soon as I can get that in here, is going to be 563. Now, odds favor, since the retracement was only a 50% retracement, that price will do more than a 1-to-1 expansion of this A to B equals CD. So the target area is really 563 to 598, let alone we know that we've got resistance out here from the highs of January, and that's at the 538 level. But this is Harmony Gold. Everything here looks pretty good. No reason to go look at the other white background chart. CCJ, Kamiko out here. Let's go take a look at this. CCJ, see what this is trading into. So today, brand new profile attempting to form. This is a bullish structured profile, and prices just said, hey, yeah, it's bullish. It's so bullish, I'm just going to test the top, and I'm headed higher out here. Now, what price is doing on both a daily and a weekly basis is trading into the swing point. The swing point was from March 16th, 14.7 million shares. Boy, you're light in your loafers as price out here with Kamiko is testing that level, and it's above it. You're going to want to watch the price level of 1971. If you test and reject that level on lighter volume, it's not really what you'd like to see. Well, let's look at the weekly. Maybe the weekly's got volume on it. Well, the weekly, we're looking at the week that began March 15th. That had volume of 48 million shares, and this week so far, you're at 34. So even on a weekly basis, you could reject this. Now, ideally, this will close above that. So 1971, right now, it's only 3 pennies above that level. That's what I would be looking for in CCJ. What else should we be looking for out here? Well, conflicting messages. If we take a look at its TD9 breakdown levels and its TD9 count, price is trading above the TD9 count, saying it's negating that level, and that is at 1939. You're at 1975. Nonetheless, we still have to come back to that swing point, and that swing point price has to be taken out. But the message here, by being able to take out that TD9 count and it only being a hiccup, a sideways move for a couple of days, says it's very bullish. So just know right now the battle is on, and you know where the battle is at, and that's a beautiful thing. And if the bulls can take out those sellers out there, well, then that's another positive. On the weekly time frame out here, no other signals that suggest anything more than what we've talked about. And on a 30-minute basis, just to get a feel for what this is doing on an intraday level, there's nothing bearish that is in the open right now. So everything looks pretty good for ticker symbol CCJ. That was for Peak G inside our Tiger's Den. Let me just check the emails. Yeah, we've got one here from Eddie. Eddie writes in, and Eddie says, well, Eddie, it's just that the text is so small out here, and these eyes, they struggle with really small text. What's your analysis of the market reaction to the jobs report? Is this somehow a Goldilocks moment that gives reason to continue rallying on the Dow and the S&P and allow the Russell Index to recover and move back to their highs? So the jobs report. The question is, what is the market's, how does the market respond to the jobs report? So to answer that question, well, first let me do this here, because I wouldn't put too much emphasis on the jobs report, because that's just a small. And you've seen everybody out here trying to position themselves with regard to whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. At least the administration out there, who cares? Quite frankly, what you really want to know is, what do the global capital folks think? What is global capital doing? I'm trying to find that here so we can see where we're at for the week. So where the heck did I put that? It's got to be closer than this. So give me a moment here to get back. Just too many things open on my screen. Here we go. So now we're going to take a look at Eddie. First things first. The Dow for the year is up 12%. 12%. The only other international indice that is close is the German DAX. and that's up 9.6. That is in terms of U.S. dollars out here. So those are the two leaders percentage-wise. The FTSE, not much, 3.7%. The Shanghai, down 4% for the year. Gold itself is off 0.5% for the year. Treasuries down 5% for the year. So that's not where money is certainly flowing. If you take a look at the Nikkei, 4%. You take a look at the Hang Seng, 2.6%. Australia, 0.5% out there. Five. Rate of change of 5%. So this is more important than the jobs report, Eddie. It's what's so important is to wrap our head around that what we're seeing transpire right now is global capital beginning to park itself inside the U.S. If you're wondering why the Dow can trade lower during the day and then from 3 o'clock on stage a rally out here, well, here is your answer. Global capital is always looking for a place of security to the extent that you can find security. And right now they're communicating to you and I that this is where they're coming. The jobs report it's one statistic, and it's more of a political thing than it is with regard to what the markets are doing. Global capital flows. We can't just think in terms of us in the U.S. Well, you can if you want, but then you'll be missing the entire market. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The gold report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The gold report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The gold report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the gold report now. Protect your buying power. Order the gold report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're talking about the markets here, really Eddie's general question. And so what I want, Eddie, what I want you to understand, and everybody else out here, look, we're in this unfavorable seasonal cycle. So we've got the global flow of capital. It's clear to us, it's clear to me when taking a look at the charts, that the signals coming to us are that global capital is coming to us. That doesn't mean that we can't see some kind of retracement. And so we're in a period of time here, we're in a period of time where we could see some kind of top. Now, this is for the Dow. The Dow typically tops on average around May 19th, give or take out here. Usually we see a little bit of a top, they all sell in May, and then it becomes kind of choppy out here for the Dow. Now, the Dow's not choppy, so to speak. The other marks are somewhat choppy, but this still says we have to be on the lookout for some type of potential topping signal. So the question is, do we have any kind of topping signals? So to answer that question, let's just go take a look at whoa, what the heck happened there? Let's go look at the daily time frame chart. Well, that's what happened. It just snuck behind. So here's what we know about the ES mini. The ES mini is moving higher, doing so with less relative energy, only becomes a problem if there's a bearish reversal candle that forms. Right now, price is taking out the prior Rhodes momentum indicator top. That gave us about a 2 or 3 day pullback out here. Never broke through, the ES mini never broke through the bottom of its profile. That's not shown here, but never closed below the bottom of its profile. It's above the top of its daily profile right now, so that's bullish. We are in wave number 7. That's for courtesy of Peak G in our Tiger's Den. So the hair on the back of his neck, if he's got any hair on the back of his neck, must be standing up. But that peak, that Chapman wave, can't be confirmed until we see a lower high. But there is a potential topping signal out here. Potential. It's not something I would go ahead and take a short on. Of course, we would look at a 30-minute chart or some intraday charts to see if there's any kind of a top. We're not going to do that at this moment. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go move over to the NQ. And the NQ has been the weak link out here. So it's really about trying to understand what's the weak link communicating to you and I, and what is the strong link communicating to you and I. And that really becomes the NQ and the Dow. If we take a look at the NQ, what we know, although it's not shown here, the NQ completed its consolidation measured move. That consolidation measured move would look something like this. We can go ahead and try to draw that in here. Give me a moment to get the rectangle. Oh, I don't want a triangle. Good Lord. Let's try a rectangle. How do you even draw a triangle out there? So this was in essence I'm kind of being there was in essence your consolidation. Price breaks through it and it does the measured move consolidation breakout. Now with no bottom, and it is possible that making that measured move is a bottom. It's just not a bottom signal. It's not a pattern that I would typically trade out here. So what is price doing? Price is targeting its oscillator and change line, and that's at the 13,854 level. If price at the NQ were above that, then what we could say out here, Eddie, is the NQ's intent is to go back to its highs. As long as price remains below this, that is not its message. Yes, we've got different messages for different markets. Okay, so what? We have different messages for different markets. But if you're asking me where's the NQ headed to, well, right now, now take a look at the intraday charts and what's going on. The oscillator and change line on the daily, which is at 13,854. Now, the NQ still has a valid top. So in the case of the NQ, although I can't draw the A to B equals CD pattern here, this could be forming an A to B equals CD. This could be forming the C point of an A to B equals CD to the downside. That's not the message at the moment. I mean, we'd have to go back and take a look at those intraday charts, but it certainly is a possibility. So what do we know before we pull over the Dow and the Russell 2000? What we know is that we are in this unfavorable seasonal cycle. And for each of these charts out here, we need to pay attention to them individually, looking for topping or bottoming patterns. Let's pull the Dow over here. The Dow on a run, global capital. And this thing could, look, we're at 34,624. We could be at 40,000 this month. Yeah. Am I making that call? No. We're going to come back here and we're going to, well, with the global capital, if you're closing your eyes to that as a real possibility, well, go ahead and close your eyes. I'm not closing my eyes to that being a real possibility out here. Take a look at the current daily time frame chart for the Dow Equity Future contract. It's going to be in bar number 5 of a TD9 count. The last TD9 count never formed a top because it didn't occur on bars 8, 9 to the bar following 9. So all we saw out there was just a sideways move. We could say that there's a consolidation inside the Dow Equity Future contract, more than say it, because there was. We can take a look at this and we can go ahead and draw that pattern in and take a look at where that measured move is approximately. We're beyond that, I believe. So let's take a look at this measured move. move this up here. Now we're not. It's still got a bit of a ways to go to complete that. But we're in bar number 5. If there's going to be a top and it's this pattern, then that won't come until bars 8, 9, or 10. That's next week. That's towards the end of next week. Price is moving higher, doing less relative energy. You see that Rhodes momentum indicator signal triggered. But this needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm. The Dow, we're not seeing any kind of topping signals on any time frame for the Dow. And in fact, in the Dow, we did this during the market update. So in case you weren't there, let me get that chart back up on the screen out here. That chart I'm referring to are the horizontal trading range boundary lines out here, and for the 3 different time frames. So the left-hand panel and those blue lines are the daily time frame. Once you're above one horizontal trading range, you can see how 34, 145 was an area of resistance. You're looking at the very left-hand panel of the chart. This is how well these horizontal trading range boundary lines work. This is suggesting to you and I that the Dow wants, this is the Dow Cash Indice, by the way, wants to make a run for 35,177. The monthly time frame chart says 36,046. The weekly time frame chart says right now it's kind of at that make it or break it. If price can close above 34,660, Eddie, this is suggesting to us a run to the 37,129 level. That's its 1-to-1 A to B equals CD coming off of the lows out here in April, right? March. Hello. Wake up, Steve-O. March of 2020. We take a look at the weekly time frame chart. All right. So that's the Dow. Let's go take a look at, and remember, folks, the global, understand this. If we take a look at how is the U.S. performing against all of the other major indices out here, you can see it's just screaming ahead of everybody. Come on, the Hang Seng isn't even above its 2008 highs. The Shanghai, not even anywhere. I mean, this is a descending trend. This is, of course, this quarterly time frame, nowhere near its highs from 2007. The Nikkei still well below its highs from back in the 80s, 1989. The DAX, the DAX is performing well. We covered that during it's right up at a horizontal trading range, a monthly horizontal trading range level. So the DAX is performing well. We saw that was the number 2 market right now that is holding its own. The FTSE, you can see, descending trend line out here. So it is the Dow that is the big winner chicken dinner out there. Let's go take a look at the Russell 2000, see what it is doing. Now, in the Russell 2000, let's take a look at what it's done this week, what it hasn't done this week. What has it not done this week? Well, it hasn't busted through the bottom of its daily profile. All it's done is it's tested and rejected that level. So you're at 22.12. Odds favor, if its rally is going to continue, that it'll go target 22.91. If price can get above 22.91, then what we're looking at is a 23.22 level. Let's pull over the other daily time frame chart for the Russell 2000. And right now, the key, in order for the Russell to make its move to 22.91, what you really need to see is a close above its oscillator unchanged line. That's been support so far, or resistance, I should say. 22.67 is the number. We're at 22.64. So you're going to want to watch a 22.67 level. If price can close above that, the Russell 2000 should continue higher and make that run up to the 22.91 level. Well, Steve-O, okay, that's well and good, but is it going to make that run? In order to answer that question, we have to go take a look at a 30-minute time frame chart or other intraday charts. Well, as we take a look at it, this is the 30-minute chart here real quickly. Do we see any kind of a top? Yeah, we do not. All price is doing is testing its oscillator unchanged line. Yeah, it's at resistance, 22.69. You can see that, breakdown resistance. If it can clear that, 22.82 would be next up. That's your Russell 2000. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go out. We've got a caller on the line. It's Gary in New Buffalo, Michigan. Gary, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Oh, great, Steve, and thanks for all your efforts and help. That was a great dissection, by the way, on the capital markets. Great point. I want to thank you for the work on Nu Skin. If we can touch on that just a second, I was looking for like the. I think it's broke out based on what you said,
yes.
But there was new numbers as far as potentially the upper and the trading range. And I didn't know if you could just quick look at that. But I have a new one that I'm really looking to put a bigger investment in, and so that's what I gave you the symbol on too.
Got it. So when we take a look at Nu Skin out here, and hey, congrats to you, and what a nice move off of their conference call, their earnings conference call out there. Big, wide-ranging bar, accelerated volume, above all support, all resistance levels. Now, the month is not over, but it is trading above, and that resistance area was 56. That was the target level that we were looking at. You're at 58.40 right now. As far as any other resistance areas on the way up out here, other than a prior swing point, let me just see if there's anything that shows up on my chart. And on the daily time frame, I don't have anything out here, and on the so all I've got really is the prior swing point, which takes us back into the highs. The highs out here that we're talking about are in the 63.85 range. So everything looks pretty good there. The other instrument that you're calling about, I believe, that is AAZZF. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Smart Technologies Corp. So tell the folks what you're doing here and how I can best help you.
Okay, so it's a smart old boy I've been following, and he's 50-plus years trading, and this is one of his 3 island stocks. So I'm a long-term play in it. I just started in it. I'm looking to add more, but I'm looking to try to get a feel. It's had some ups and downs, and I bought a little too early, and then it came back, but I understand why potentially. I just want to see what you have to say, though, on a longer-term basis.
Yeah, so interesting stock patterns out here. So this has been trading sideways, as you know. I don't have to tell you, but it's been trading sideways since the beginning of March out here. And so in essence, it really, the only pattern that I see, the only clear pattern that I see is the consolidation. And from a consolidation standpoint, I'd say it's probably in this range here that I'm going to draw. And so it's headed up towards the top of the consolidation. And the top of the consolidation, probably right in the 279, 280 area is what we'll call it. Price is above the top of its daily profile. And so suggests that price may get up to that $2 level. Now, if price can take that out, Gary, then you could just take that measured move. You could take that consolidation, add it on top, and get yourself a price projection. No indication yet whether that's going to take place or not. What we can learn from this chart, though, because you're trying to accumulate a position here, is if this does pull back again, the area right now where you're looking to add to that position is at the 2.25 level. And I don't see anything else. I'll pull over my white background charts for us. I don't see anything else that's really going to assist us because of this sideways move. I mean, that's the pattern. So we're not going to see any significant TD9 counts or anything along those lines to assist us. It did top with a TD9 count on the weekly time frame, which led to that pullback out there. So it's really the consolidation pattern that I think you need to keep your eye on. Does that help you?
Excellent. Wonderful. That's what I needed. I need a target on the low end. So, okay.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. You be well and keep up all the great work and have a wonderful, wacky, and fun weekend. Okay?
Will do. You do the same. Thanks so much for calling.
Thanks.
Let's go to our next question that has come in. This is from Jerry. And Jerry wants to take a look at Yamana Gold. AUY is the ticker symbol. And is there a question, your thoughts on AUI, upside? So we take a look at upside. We'd say 531 is the likely next target. Now, you have to understand there's a battle that is taking place right now. And that battle that's taking place is presented by the monthly by the monthly TAS market profiles. Price is sitting right where both buyers and sellers believe there is fair value in between the price level of 415 and 606. And that right now is at the 510 level. Prices trade at 509. Just slightly above this is another battleground, and that battleground is 518. So you're seeing some kind of resistance. The daily candle right now is a doji candle out there. Says, hey, I'm a little bit tired as price is moving into resistance. Now, the swing point on the daily basis, the B point, I should say, from April 21st had 13 million shares. You got through that yesterday with 15 million shares. So there's a confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside that says this should get to 531. But what you know is there's a battleground right ahead of you at the 518 area. If you're in this position, I would stay in this position at this stage. But if you get some type of a pullback here, that would not be unusual. Where could that pullback take you to? In Yamana, it could easily take you back to the top of the daily profile at 481. If I pull over my white background charts on a monthly basis, do I have anything out here worth mentioning? Not really. So we won't. Let's go take a look at the weekly. Just looking for any kind of signal information out here. Today's going to be bar number 8 on a weekly basis, and 551 out here is going to be your real resistance. That is the breakdown level. So on a weekly basis, it says, okay, this could be forming a top this week, next week, or the week after. How would we know? Well, we would see that top form on the daily time frame first, and we don't have that signal and that pattern. And we could even make the case that price will run with 577. That's its daily TD9 breakdown level. So stay with the trade out here. Sorry about that. Stay with the trade out here. And that's what's going on with Yamana Gold. There was a question to take a look at the QQQs for a 30-minute time frame. This coming from the den. We already covered the IWM. We did that by taking a look at Russell 2000 ETF. We're going to come back and take a look at the NQ's ETF. The NQ's future contract, I should say. Give me a moment here, and we'll look at its 30-minute time frame chart to see what its current signal is. Now that'll be, and as we do that, so here's the NQ. What we can see is what? I'm just asking the question. What is it that Steve-O can see out here? So there was an A to B equals CD to the upside. It doesn't look to me like it actually completed out here. But price was trading into the breakdown resistance level at the 13,747 area. So it's proven to be resistance. And on a 30-minute basis, price is pulled back to test support. If the NQ is strong today, 13,687, which it tested, should hold. Now, at 13,687, it looks to me like this is that is a strong support level. I only see 2 lines. No, I take that back. It's a equally weighted profile. This profile formed about an hour ago. So if price can clear the 13,743 level, 13,818. But price is pulled back to a key area of support. What happens if 13,687 fails? Well, then this signal would be a move back to the 13,515 level. And that's courtesy of the 30-minute time frame chart for the NQ, which is what you would be using if you were trading the QQQ series ETFs, because you've got more information coming from the equity futures contracts. Let's see out here. Let me get to our next one. Do we have a next one? We do not. So nothing left by email to cover, so that's good. I think we've gotten to everything inside the Tiger's Den, and I believe we have gotten through, through about everything. That's a beautiful thing. It is Fantastic Friday. Steve Rhodes with TFNN will be back in just a few to wrap things up.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, just $89, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back up, folks. So the last instrument we're taking a look at here, maybe the last, OIH, that's the ETF for the oil services instruments. We can see here, nice A to B equals CD pad underway. Price is blown through the 1-to-1 level on its way to the 1.272 area, 214. At 215.39, you've got a resistance level. That is the center of its bearish structured weekly profile. And price is trading right now into the center of its monthly profile at the 212.72 area. So you're running in a resistance zone. And you've got that 1 to 1.272. Stay with the trade, but realize that today is also going to be the bar following bar number 9 of its 89 count. That says on Monday, you may have a ton of information. If price closes above today's high on Monday, this pattern is negated. It tells you have a strong upward momentum move on the daily time frame. There is no reason to sell this instrument right now. I mean, a conservative trader could. But at this stage here, I would hold. I mean, we're at the high of the session, so we know that no intraday charts are going to show any kind of confirmed topping pattern or anything like that. So that's what's going on with the OIH. As far as other markets, let's just take a look at our market update 9-panel screen out here. See what we see right now. We're looking at the U.S. dollar index is trying to break through it's a rising trend lines out there, and if that's the case, that signals price pulling back to the February 23rd swing point in the 90.24, 91.42, and if that happens, then gold should be able to make that 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the upside. And that new A to B equals CD pattern takes us to 1874. And then silver ought to be able to make its way up to 28.73 out there. Other than that, watch the ES Mini today. It closed about 42.11. And you're 42.21 right now, but 42.11 negates its topping pattern and says that it wants to continue to move higher out there. So, folks, do me a favor, stay tuned. We've got 2 more great hours lined up for you. Our favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. And I'll be back with you on magical, marvelous, magnificent Monday. Have a fabulous Friday. Be safe out there. Have a great weekend.